Good morning, everybody. I just woke up pretty late, actually, at 9:30. I've got 3 networking calls today. I've got a bunch of client work to do. I barely had time to brush my teeth and get started, but hey, here we go. Let's get the day started. All right, first meeting. They didn't show up on the call, and once again, this happens. People forget about it. They don't put it on their calendar, or maybe other things come up. I'll just reach out to them and see if they want to reschedule. Now we'll just move on with the rest of our day. I'm going to do my journaling, which I didn't do because I woke up really late. I might go for a run and do some creative stuff. I have some client work, some resources to send them. I'm going to do that, and then go back on some more networking calls. First things first is answer all my clients' questions. So when I open up my computer, I go to my Facebook group. So they leave questions for me in the Facebook group so they don't have to come on a call with me, schedule a call. They can just post it in the middle of the night. I'll wake up, I'll either make a video recording for them or I'll just answer it in the comment sections there. So I'll open up the group. Someone's gonna have a question about, hey, I'm in this phase of the program, I'm just getting clients, or I got on the call with a client, they said I wanna think about it, I don't wanna buy it, or the price is too high, what should I have said? And I help them out. So this regular support is what helps people. I can make a course and help people go through the course. It's not going to be as helpful because I'm not supervising the process. I'm not seeing them in action. And while they hit their bumps, I'm not giving them quick actions to correct it along the way. That's what makes coaching effective, not just a blue, hey, go do these 10 steps. That's not it. I have to supervise the entire process, right? All right, just finished sending out all the messages to my clients. I love doing what I do so much. They make progress. They let me know what kind of progress they've made. And I see the whole journey. I see from where they start. They're having imposter syndrome. They don't believe it's going to work. They start putting in the work, and one puzzle piece at a time, it starts coming together until they get paid. And it's so transformational, and it makes me feel so good about what I do. So I only have one call left. So since I don't have a lot of calls today, I'm going to be doing more prospecting, reaching out to more people, and getting more calls lined up. One very clear sign that I've been working is my facial hair. Usually I'm well shaved, but you can see a lot of this is coming up, so I'm going to go and clean this up, get a little bit more discipline, look a little nice and fresh for everybody here on YouTube. You know, I don't want you to think this guy isn't well maintained, so I'm going to go clean my face up. And nice rainy day out today. All right, this is what we're working with. What do you think? Doesn't it look fresh? Doesn't it look clean? I think I'm digging it. Let me know in the comments, do you like me shaved or not shaved? Otherwise, let's grow this back. It'll take me like 6 hours. One very important piece of information I got from one of these calls was someone said, if you gave me step-by-step instructions of what to do to start my coaching business to make X amount of money in what time, I would have no problem doing it. What they wanted was a high enough certainty that it would work and a low enough risk that it wouldn't work, right? So I was going back to my client portfolio, and just about every single one of my clients who follow the steps have made $10,000 in around 45 days. They've crossed the $10,000 mark. So most of them made $12,000, $15,000. I even have people make $40,000, but it's around the 45 to 60 day mark. So I'm wondering, because I know for a fact people are going to make this much money, have they put in the work? Maybe I can give some sort of assurance that, hey, invest this much money with me. This is how much return we're going to make in this many days, but we're going to have some accountability principles in place. Because let's say we do this, right? 100 days, 10K, that's the goal. And half the time they go on vacation, or they get distracted, or they're like, oh, my priorities changed. That's not my fault, is it? So at the same time, there needs to be some sort of accountability. But I really like that idea of how can you make it a no-brainer for them to do this, and how can you make them money in a tight deadline? So I'm exploring that thought right now. A really good tidbit I learned from this book is these things need to line up for you to find the best kind of clients. So they have to be in some sort of pain, they have to have purchasing power, they have to be easy to find, and they have to be in a growing niche. So for example, if you're in a career clarity niche, a lot of people are okay with their job, but they're just looking for something better. The pain isn't quite there yet. They're like, I'm okay, I guess it'd be nice to have a different job, but I don't really want it. So because the pain isn't high enough, they're not willing to make that transition, and it makes your job a whole lot easier because then you feel like you have to convince them to change something. And the other thing is purchasing power. So it doesn't matter how good your offer is, how good your sales skills are. If you're talking to, let's say, people who are unemployed, who don't have savings, who are looking for a job, you're a career coach, you're just not going to make any money, because it doesn't matter how good your sales skills are, how good your package is. If they can't afford it, they can't afford it. So it's it's really important to make sure when you are working with clients, when you're working with a niche, these things line up. They have pain, they have purchasing power, they're easy to target, and there's a growing market. Okay, somebody who had canceled earlier, they messaged me, we got another call with them. Unfortunately, I had to say no to working with them. And if you're watching it, we had this conversation already. The reason is because for me, if I'm spending my time, I need to make sure that time is well worth it for me, right? So my main business is my program that I offer. That's where my resources go. So if someone needs like a help with a small thing here and there, my attention is going to be distracted. Let's say my program is $10,000, right? All of my attention is going to be on focusing on that program. But if someone comes and says, hey, I'll pay you $1,000 here or $1,500 there, and I keep getting distracted by these minor projects, I'm not going to be focusing on the big deal there. So I usually choose to focus on services that I can provide at a very premium level because I know the kind of results that I can get, and I want to stay focused in the kind of impact I create. So I get a lot of conversations like these where people want something specific, or they want something smaller scale. Maybe they can't afford to work with me, and it's okay. If I can't work with them for their budget, I'll tell them other people that I know in my network, or I'll give them some free resources. I'll make some videos about it. But don't feel shy to turn people away, because you'd rather not take their money and not give them time of the day. Now, if I really wanted to, I could have taken their money, I could have provided them that service, and I could have come on here and say, hey, listen, I started this vlog series 4 days ago. Look, I already made this much money. I got a client. It only took me this much. Join my program, whatever. I could have done that, but ultimately it's not going to serve me and it's not going to serve them. So you have to draw your boundaries and know where your time is best served. Okay, so this is what my day looked like. I had 6 meetings, and out of those 6 meetings, I think 3 of the people I spoke to, I could really genuinely help out. We're going to connect in the near future as well to see if there's any opportunity there. But again, we're just getting started. We've only talked to 6 people. I'm going to talk to around 50 and see if there's anyone else that I can help. And remember, the goal is not to sell everybody. The goal is to see if you can help people out by understanding their problems. So imagine I talk to all these people and they're like, no, I'm good. But now they know me and they know what I do. Maybe a month later, 2 months later, they're like, Yasir, I've been following your journey. I've had a lot of time to think about it. Now I'm ready to work with you. And then they come back to work with you. So far for next week, I haven't really done any outreach, but I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 meetings set up already for next week. So that's a pretty good start. I'm going to try to up it to 10 and go from there. So we're off to a really good start. I'm so excited to take all this information that I have learned over the past week from all the people that I've spoken to make a better program. I'm thinking of making a 90-day, $10,000 program where you join my program. You don't have to worry about whether this is going to work or not. At the end of the 90 days, you will get $10,000 in your bank account. And as long as you do the work that I'm saying you do, as long as you follow the instructions, you come to the coaching call, and I feel like I can genuinely help you. Because if you're working in a niche that I can't see that kind of profitability, we're just not going to be a good fit to work together. So that's episode 5. Hope you enjoyed it. See you in the next one.